Part 2. When it comes to Colleen Ballinger, people are still very much out for blood and cancellation, but most don't seem to be very interested in how to stop history from repeating itself. Among the biggest obstacles here is the societal failure to hold massive public figures to the standard of a basic moral compass for the protection of children. Miranda Sings started more than 14 years ago, but until recently, hardly anyone ever tried to address the issues that existed since day one. Why didn't anyone complain? I think it's because those of us who would address this knew that until a major line was crossed, we would be ignored, ridiculed, or labeled as prudish for taking an issue with such a popular mainstream character. Now, other than this, the thing that is getting the most press is the nature of her relationships with her viewers. I encourage you to learn about what happened there from those who are taking that angle, and especially those who were first-hand witnesses. But there's a whole other element that's getting missed. As comedians and entertainers, it is our job to know our demographic and to act accordingly. If your work isn't truly for kids and you want to go above their heads, sometimes that looks like saying things they wouldn't understand and that they wouldn't get in trouble for repeating. And that isn't always easy. It takes good writing, nuance, workshopping. But Colleen and her writers did not provide you with that. And I'm not saying that to criticize their skills or abilities in any way. I'm saying that to reiterate that this material was written with a particular audience and vibe in mind. Miranda is and always was an unredeemable and problematic character who was meant to be so insane that it becomes funny. To some people. To be honest, if she had just been properly marketed as an adult character targeting an adult audience, I would have much less of an issue here. But that is not the case here. So let me break it down a little bit. Miranda Sings was cleverly and purposefully marketed towards young people. There were young adult-oriented books and actual in-person shows where children were sometimes invited on stage to do things like this, to stick their hands in a grown woman's pants. If we actually want things like this to stop, instead of just enjoying the latest socially satisfying cancellation, there needs to be action from the audience. How do we do that? Adults need to be aware of what their children are consuming. And as a bonus, this is a great time to start considering that this is not just about money, but it's very much about power. Do you remember hearing about this Balenciaga bear scandal a while back? In some ways, the same exact issue is at hand. But just like last time, I don't see anyone calling out the thing that bothers me the most. So here it is.